Are you here in London for 6 days or more? Well, I've got something for you. Our 3-day London itinerary is our best-selling product in our Love in London shop. So we made something similar, but for those of you who are staying in London a bit longer. Now, there's certainly enough to do in London to fill up 6 days. I mean, there's enough to fill up weeks and weeks and weeks. But it takes hours and hours and hours of research and planning for someone who's never been to the city to figure out what you're gonna do for 6 days. So as a London travel pro, I did it for you. You're welcome. So what is in the 6-day London itinerary? We start with the 6-day PDF guide. Each day of the itinerary has its own PDF that tells you all of the places that we recommend that you go along the route. Now, this is a really flexible itinerary, so we give you a lot more options than you're gonna be able to do in a day, but that means it works really well for people with different types of budgets, different travel styles, and different interests. Everything in these PDFs has my Londoner stamp of approval, and I include insider tips and tricks that I don't share anywhere else. On top of that, we also give indicators to tell you which places are wheelchair accessible and which food places are veggie friendly, vegan friendly, and gluten-free friendly. I also give you a little guide that tells you which of the itinerary days is best to do on which days of the week, depending on when there's the most crowds and what the opening times are like for that day. You also get a mega digital map that goes right on your phone, and that's what you're gonna use to follow the itinerary when you're on the ground in London. It integrates right into your Google Maps app, which means you can get walking directions, public transport directions, driving directions, whatever you need to keep you on track. And because I have to use the loo all the time when I'm around London, I've also marked off where the public toilets are along the route. We also give you printable checklists to help you keep track of all the things that you plan to do each day, or if you want to keep track of the things that you have done at the end of each day, you can use it for that too. Okay, and here's a big one. We only just recently decided to add this, but we have given you a London Pass guide. The London Pass is a city tourist attraction pass that helps you to save money off of the tickets that you'd normally pay for the big attractions. A lot of the places that are included in the 6-day itinerary are also part of the London Pass. So we've made basically a mini itinerary for you to tell you which places to go to on each day of the itinerary to make the most of your London Pass. And we've also given you a breakdown to show you how much money that you'll save if you use the London Pass versus just buying tickets on the door. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you use the 6-day pass and use it to the fullest like we recommend, you're gonna save £138 per adult per person. I mean, even if you're a solo traveler, you have literally just paid for the itinerary in the amount that you'll save with the London Pass. Speaks for itself. Oh, keep in mind, as we do with the 3-day itinerary, we'll take 10% of the money you pay for your 6-day itinerary and donate it directly to the Hackney Food Bank. That is my local food bank that helps to keep locals in my area fed when they're on hard times. And times are really hard right now here in London, so your money will be put to amazing use. Okay, so if you don't have the time, the energy, or the willingness to take literal days trying to plan 6 days of a London itinerary, then grab the 6-day London itinerary. And if you're watching this when I'm launching, I've got something for you. You can get 10% off of the itinerary if you use the code that's popping up right next to me. But this code will expire on Friday, August 18th at 8 p.m. London time, 2022. So make sure you get the deal before it expires. Oh, and don't worry, if you're not coming to London until 2023, you're gonna automatically get the 2023 version for free, so you can still take advantage of the savings now. So click the link in the description box of the video to get your 6-day itinerary ASAP. And then I'll see you in London.